So, but again, return to Scotland for a second, because when you talk economics to the average Scottish person and you say they could do better, they immediately think that means they should get more handouts from the government. They don't understand that if they were independent, they could create an economy and compete with England.
Right.
And they'd have 90% of the oil wealth, and they'd have the highest GDP per capita in the world. But they don't get in other words, in Europe especially, people equate income with the civil servants, with getting money from the government. And they don't understand that there's this thing called entrepreneurialism and savings and capital appreciation and wealth that you can do for yourself. You don't need the government. You can actually go ahead and be prosperous.
Yeah, that's exactly the point, Max. If they took all the oil and the revenues from that oil, Scotland would have probably the most robust economy in the world. But the government and the No campaign had infinite deep pockets with UK taxpayer money to come up with any kind of campaign that they wanted to fearmonger and actually scare people. That's why at the last
But even
minute,
so, even the fearmongering, the fact is the average mindset of the average European is that they equate income with government handouts.
Correct.
Or government bureaucracy jobs. They don't understand that Scotland, if it were separated from England, both England and Scotland would both benefit because they'd both be competing. Scotland would have a huge asset, the oil, and they would be incredibly prosperous going forward. But they don't understand that to be economically independent is the same thing as being free. They think that they're born into this kind of bureaucratic slavery, and they just want more crumbs.
right, because they're afraid from being cut off.
So the next day after they failed the referendum, there were bags of food in George Square. Like, we're so compassionate. We're going to give these people that could have had a 20,000 euro check cut to them the next day.
We'll let them have cake.
We're going to have them cake. Give them cake. Give them a bag of food. And they're like, oh, they're so compassionate. No, they're freaking stupid.
That's right.